Okay, people. So, to be honest with you, right, this film wasn't initially on my radar. I'd heard about it, right? Great cast, but yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason, just wasn't there. But I think the more I heard, more I was kind of thinking, maybe I'll give it a look. And then it appears on Disney Plus. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a look, right? So, The Menu, it is directed by Mark Mylod. I think it's only his fourth film, right? And yeah, like he did the Ali G film, which I hated. So, you know what I mean? On the track record, I might not have gone near this, but yeah, he directs. It's written by Seth Reiss and Will Tracy. The film is produced by Zahara Phillips, Dan Tram Nugent, Betsy Koch, Adam McKay, Katie Goodson, and Will Farrell. It's executive produced by Will Tracy, Seth Reiss, and Michael Sled. And it is associate produced by Jenna Go. Colin Stetson handles the music. Peter Deming, cinematography. Christopher Telefesson edits the piece. Casting was Brett Howe and Mary Venue. Production design is Ethan Tobman. Art direction, Lindsay Moran. Gretchen Gattuso. Set decoration. Costume design is Amy Westcott. And our fantastic cast. Boy. So Ralph Fiennes is Chef Slowick. Nicholas Hoult is Tyler, who I'm looking at this dude. The first two people we see is Tyler and Margaret. And I'm like, I know that. I recognize that dude. Who the fuck is that dude? And yeah, Nicholas fucking Hoult, right? Margaret is Anna Taylor-Joy. Elsa is Hong Chu. Lillian is Janet McAteer. Ted is Paul Adelstein. We've got the movie star played by John Leguizamo. Felicity, his assistant, is Amy Carrero. Richard, who is Lillian's husband, is played by Reed Birney. There's Anne, played by Judith Light. Linda, played by Rebecca Kuhn. Bryce, played by Rob Yang. Soren, played by Arturo Castro. And their buddy Dave, played by Mark St. Cryer. The sommelier is played by Peter Gross. Catherine is played by Christina Brocato. Jeremy, Adam Aladerks. The boat waiter is played by John Paul Aline. The boatman is played by Mel Fear. Dale, the Coast Guard, is played by Matthew Cornwell. And there's a couple of servers we see. One is played by Christian Gonzalez and the other John Wilkins III. All right. Yeah. So the gist of the flick: a young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. So, yeah, I think when we, as I said, like the first two people we see is Tyler and Margaret, right? And I think from the giddy up, you're feeling there's more to some of these people than we know. right? The whole relationship between Margaret and Tyler seems a little at odds, right? He seems super eager to go to this spot. She, not so much, right? He's trying to convince her not to smoke because it's going to ruin her palate. And she's just like, me, just want a fag, right? Then other people were turning up that he recognized. And I think Margaret recognized a couple as well. And it's just like, oh, there's some famous people coming on this trip. So you're like, right? We then see one that Margaret definitely recognizes and is like, oh. So yeah, there's intrigue from the giddy. And the film, right? There's this intricacy with the food. I mean, the food looks so fucking good. Right? Food look good. And you'd be like, yo, can I get an invite to this spot? Actually, maybe I don't want an invite, but the food look good. Food look real good. And yeah, it's that detail that we see of that. The detail of everyone in the kitchen, the uniformity. Might have made that word up. But we see that the way everyone is in sync. All of this is really captured so well, right? It flows like a machine. So we see all of that. And then there's this inner workings of all the people. And we see a lot of entitlement there, right? The tech bros, they just feel like, oh, we got the money, especially with the whole bread situation. Be like, do you know who we are? Right? We have those kind of things. You've got some like inner intrigue between couples, like the movie star and his assistant. I mean, there's all of these things going. And so I think you're watching and you're thinking, this is an interesting character piece, right? Are we looking at all of these people's relationships between themselves and then with food, like the way we see food, right? Is that what this is? And the film is broken up, right? Well, we get there is a name for it, which I have to say I do forget, right? It's like a scorecard. So we get one of those that comes up. So it's like the aperitif, first course, second course, and the chef will come out and he'll be like, people, this is what we are getting. And this whole display, right, that you do really feel sucked into. So I think that is initially, I'm thinking it's this character piece. And then I think it's on the third course. I think it's the third course that we first realize this isn't, it definitely isn't what you think it might be. Definitely is not, right? And you're like, oh, oh shit. And so as then the film is going on, we're getting more information dropping and you're realizing this thing about everyone involved, right? Then there's this thing about everyone. It seems to tie everyone together, which you're like, oh, ooh. But man, I'm just, I was captivated all the way through. This is a fantastic film, right? I mean, look, there's people talking about it, but I don't think it was getting the same recognition as stuff like The Banshee of Inisherin and stuff, which, again, fantastic film, right? But I think the menu is fantastic as well, right? It's just the way it transports you to this exclusive world. Now, there is definitely a thing, right? You can go out for dinner, you know, go to a nice restaurant, and it's great. Man, especially last year, went to some real nice restaurants, right? Then you go to that upper echelon of joint, and there is a distinct difference, right? And the menu kind of really gives you that difference. Just the way it's put together, like the angles and shots chosen work immensely well. And this cast, oh my days, they play their roles to a plumb. Ah, magnificent performances here. My one thing is the ending. The ending kind of bugged me just because I feel, now there's something with one of the characters. Let's just say this. I don't want to spoil shit, man. There's something about one of the characters, and I feel this is the norm, right? It would have been good to see that with one of the others, I feel, right? One of the different characters, you know what I mean? Give us something a little bit different. That's what I would have liked to have seen that. Because, you know, everyone's an asshole. Even this character, right? So it's just a bit like, there's other ones that you feel might have been better served, you know? But that's it. That's my only grievance with this film. Otherwise, yeah, definitely check out the menu. I will be telling my peoples to check this if they have not seen it already. Thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. It is a film you will want to get tucked into. The menu, people. Go check it out.